That thing drops below 177, 178, we'll be back on it. You know?
So you still like that price?
I like to trade it. I like to pay. I like it under 180. I think under 180 is pretty good. Yeah, I do.
But what? Just to make a quick buck, or you like it long term?
Yeah, I mean, no, it's probably a $250, $300 stock long term. Probably the next couple of years. I mean, what was it up? It was up to 450, I think. It could get back there.
There was a story this week that they're just sitting on a ton of inventory. Did you see that story that you can see the Tesla inventory from space? Like they have.
What's up? How's it going, Chad?
EV lots in their, out back in the factories that they're visible from satellite.
You know what's amazing with this whole EV thing, and Tesla included, is when are they going to come out and talk about the mining problem? Because that's the problem. The way they're mining these batteries, I mean, they say it's deadly stuff. It's a problem.
You're talking about, what do they call those things? I can't remember. But yeah, it's also going to be one of the, that's kind of like a new battle line, right? The future between countries kind of competing for these resources. It's kind of what diamond, almost.
Yeah. And they don't really talk too much about that. Kids making our shoes over at you think pictures of those kids mining for that cobalt. That's a nightmare. Kids talk about poison. So, I don't know. The whole EV thing. It's the future, though. They say it's all going there.
I think it has to, but they're just not going to give us any other choice, are they?
No, it doesn't look like it.
One company, Howie, that you've traded a lot also is Occidental Petroleum.
Yeah.
Warren Buffett, big into Occidental. He's pushing stake to nearly 29% over 9 straight days.
Yeah. I know. It's like he's taking over the company.
Interesting, right?
That's one that, the patrons ask. I love it. Pays the dividend, $51. Yeah, I think that's probably one to own over the next couple of years.
Omaha, Nebraska-based conglomerate that's published Berkshire Hathaway purchased Occidental shares every trading day from June 5th to this past Monday, totaling an additional 7.3 million shares with purchases slightly under or above $60. The purchases brought Berkshire's holdings to 255 million shares, a little over that, representing a nearly 29% stake. That's sixth biggest stock holding now at Berkshire.
Yeah, the wizard is rarely wrong, so you have to acknowledge what the hell he's doing. That's probably an $80 stock.
We'll see what it is.
61, I believe.
So that feels like something like, hey, follow that guy, right?
Yeah.
It hasn't moved much since he bought it. Follow that guy.
Yeah. But he bought a lot more. Well, so I'll tell you another thing too. Treasury bonds. 10-year treasuries now. Mortgage rates are dropping.
Finally.
Yeah. It's looks like it could be time to buy a house.
The prices are still pretty low in certain parts of the country, right?
Yeah, you want to move to
Where
Florida?
would you guys buy right now?
Well,
We should all go in on that Tennessee hot, how much we buy.
we're top residential.
Jacksonville, Florida.
That's a nice area.
But the problem with Florida is insurance rates have gone up so high because of all the hurricanes and shit that people are moving out of Florida again. People are leaving Florida. People are leaving
Florida, why?
because insurance rates.
We are.
Oh, insurance rates.
The hottest U.S. housing markets right now are Denver, Raleigh, North Carolina, Virginia Beach, Virginia, Durham, North Carolina, and Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yeah, North Carolina is exploded. Raleigh, Durham, that triangle's the same. A ton of people moving there, right?
U.S.
I got so many friends that moved down there. Taxes are low. You're inland.
That's the way.
Where?
North Carolina.
Yeah.
North Carolina, Johnny. Let's get a bunker, dog.
Dude, real estate is dirt cheap. If you go in the you know, just outside the cities a little bit, it's, I mean, they're giving it away, they want people.
Is there mosquitoes?
Only certain times of the year,
Mosquitoes.
only certain times.
And the weather's bad?
No, the weather's great,
Weather's beautiful. North Carolina,
I mean, yeah, a little rain, but it's not.
I mean, you're right in the middle. You go watch college football, college basketball. You got it all there.
Drive down to see the Braves.
Yeah, not far. Yeah, 4 hours from Charlotte. Charlotte, you get it. They
Go to Cherokee Casino.
Oh yeah, that's right on the George Harrison. Harris, yeah.
Good little casino. But I thought that's, I mean, that was kind of surprising to me to see that 3 of the top 5 right now, Carolina. Virginia Beach too, that's a nice spot.
They don't. It's people are living in Florida, man. It's, you buy a house in Florida, you got to pay a ton of insurance, a ton of that flood
That's
disaster.
the hurricanes, right?
Yeah. So it's, Florida's cleared up. Jacksonville, Miami, housing prices are dropping.
The other big story today is that NVIDIA has finally caught Microsoft as the world's most valuable company.
Whoa, hold on, the world's? Hold on,
The world's most
IBM?
valuable company.
Microsoft is bigger than Apple?
AI, man.
Oh yeah.
Chipmaker NVIDIA is now the world's most valuable company, unseating Microsoft as investment bet. Its AI dominance will remain unmatched.
So John, tell
Holy shit.
Sam the number, the market cap of NVIDIA, because Sam's always talking how $1 billion is a lot of money.
Yeah, well, the chipmaker's market value is at, that's actually gone past 3.34 trillion on Tuesday, surpassing Microsoft's 3.32 trillion. Apple, which was unseated by both, has a market value of about $3.27 trillion.
NVIDIA's market cap is what, more than 95% of world countries.
Can I just buy one share at a time of NVIDIA?
No, whenever I look at NVIDIA, I'm like, is this too late? And it keeps going up, of course, but at some point it's gotta stop going up, right?
It's gotta go down, It's gotta go down,
It's gonna drop.
This AI thing, I don't know if it's a bubble, because I don't even think we are like 5% into what AI is gonna be in 10 years. Like, I don't even think we're 5% down that road yet. It's just being integrated now. I mean, Apple this week just announced their AI integration.
Yeah, and everybody's freaking out about that shit.
Yeah, wrongly so, I think. The part they're freaking out about is that for limited applications, and you have to agree to this, they will use ChatGPT, which means that some of your data is going to ChatGPT. But everything else, like most of the stuff, until you get to that threshold, is done locally on your phone and never leaves your phone.
So what is NVIDIA at per stock? $135?
Yeah, it's at 100, but you gotta remember, it's just split 10 for 1. 10 for 1. So whatever it's trading at, then multiply it times 10. So there's $1,350 is the true market value of real share.
So should you buy it now at $135?
I think it'll drop back 5-10%. I really do.
It has to, right?
But do you think it will ever get into like $200, $300 to make it worth buying
Oh yeah, I mean, eventually, sure. Yeah.
someday?
But everything else is gonna be, I mean, every other company that is in this, like I got into this AI, well, there's an AI ETF called Box, BOTT, that I got into like 2 years ago, and dude, it's way up. If you want to get into AI, I would, because then you kind of spread the risk around a little bit. You're not, just dependent on NVIDIA. But they have a big part of their growth.
What about ChatGPT?
It's fueling everything, isn't it? Elon's got his problems with it. He's been going hard against Twitter. But they were first to market for fast tech, and for the foreseeable future, they're going to dominate that space. There are privacy concerns, but they're iterating. They're already at ChatGPT 4.0, I don't know if that's a look, I don't know what that means, but, they brought some of their services down market, so that it's not premium service anymore, you can just go in there and try it. They're not shit without paying. I don't know if they're anything, it's honestly, right, but, it's fascinating.
Well, switching it up a little bit here, this is where John's gonna come into play. John's gonna be important here because I got, the Wall Street information to take care of it. And we went hard to pay yesterday by Disney calls. We bought Disney calls for two reasons. Number one, it seems that movie that just came out did fairly well. But the word that I'm getting, Johnny, is that this new Wolverine movie that's coming out, I think July 23rd, they say will beat every movie that's ever come out in the history of the world in the box office. Is that true?
The new Deadpool. Yeah, Deadpool Wolverine.
Yes.
Or that's the, I think it's like Deadpool the Wolverine.
Why is that? Do you think that's shocking? I mean, do you think if you put inflation together that it would be bigger than E.T. or any of those movies opening?
I don't know, but that's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. They're saying it's going to beat every record that there ever has been on this movie. So because of some of this information, we went in and bought calls yesterday. And Disney's up nicely. It's up a little bit. It's at 101. We bought the 105. I'm thinking this thing might jump up to 110 here over the next couple of weeks. I don't know. But
And I know they're getting hammered because of that fucking Star Wars show that sucks. And I mean, if it wasn't a Star Wars show, it was just a new sci-fi thing, it'd be like, all right, whatever. But they are, with this show, just spitting in the face of their hardcore fans, which are the people who buy that shit over and over again.
Again.
That's where they're in
Can
trouble.
operate in a way where forever, like whatever Disney did or Star Wars did, that you just make money, then you're not following the rules. So the WNBA, right? Like the WNBA never made money, so it doesn't have to follow the rules of business. They can do whatever the heck they want. So now you got this thing where it's just like, it's like someone will come in and clean up Disney's debt, someone will build the Fed, somebody will do that, that's just how it always fucking goes. And then they're just pushing this shit. The problem is nobody's watching. And they're getting their asses kicked. And anybody who thought putting a feminist in charge of a male brand is the dumbest person on the planet.
Well, you got
Well, look at why would
the
they
star of the
tell
show has a quote where, did you see the star of the show has, now it was on the Daily Show, so I don't have tongue in cheek possibly. But she's got this quote that's going around the internet where she was talking about one of the last big projects she worked on, where the goal of the thing was to make white people cry. You know what I mean? And that quote just getting passed around. Now, I think that's a little out of context, but, but clearly it's meant to be inflammatory to the base.
yeah, well, let me say, nobody's going to say, Sam, nobody's going to clean up Disney's debt. It doesn't have anything. They don't have that, Sam. The company makes money. They have a dividend that they pay shareholders. They don't have that. So it's not like a company that needs help. They don't need any help.
Okay, I understand what you're saying.
I understand what you're saying.
But these losses on these projects,
I'm
that's
with you
what I'm
there.
talking about.
I'm with you there. I'm with you there. I mean,
They're
yeah.
offset, they're
I
offset
agree
by
with you,
parts,
Robbie,
so.
on what you're saying, obviously.
Yeah, they got money. But they've done, like, I agree with you. I think they've done some shitty projects in the past that I'm sure they're trying to get away from that because shareholders don't like that when their stock tanks. Look at Paramount. Look at Paramount. We want to talk about a company in the shitter. Look what Sherry Redstone's doing over at Paramount. They could have gotten bought out last week at $15 a share from David and Larry Allen, Sundance, Skydance. In the last second, no one really knows why, but she said no. And the stock jumped $12 to under $9 in the past 4 days. So, that's a company that's in deep shit, it's Paramount. But I think Disney, that's why I asked Johnny about that movie. It looks like the hype behind this Wolverine movie is the real deal, and they can make a lot of money out of it. that would pump the stock up, and that's what we want. At least
It's
we're
gonna be huge. I mean, you look the Bad Boys movie, the new Bad Boys movie with Will Smith, who I thought was, that people were finally sick of. Is over $1 billion now in box office. So
I mean, it's absolutely crazy. I mean, Martin Lawrence looks like, I mean, we love Fat Black. We love Fat Black action heroes. Him, Queen Latifah, I know she's out of Ozempic now, but bro, we can't get enough of Fat Black action. We just can't get enough.
Speaking of Ozempic, the Patriots.
What do you want to know about Rachel?
And we bought, because it dipped under 250.
What are you looking for?
We went in and bought the McDonald's call.
Thanks for the roses.
Yeah. It only dropped below 250 twice. Once back in May.
No, you didn't
once
send me
today.
the roses.
And it actually dead came out. It finished close to 251. We bought it under 250 McDonald's.
Oh, there you go.
McDonald's
See it?
been hurt because of Ozempic. There's no doubt about it.
You really think so?
Yeah.
Card for Rachel.
that's what I mean.
Is there something that you want to know though about her?
Changing their
What are you looking for?
Yeah.
And restaurants doing the same thing, like changing their menus, smaller portions. So I mean, it's a real thing. How we've been right about this since the beginning.
You don't have lines and lines of those fat bastards going in buying Big Macs anymore, man. The hell's that machine working?
For her love
And I'll
life.
tell you another thing. Another stock that we're holding for going into the 4th of July, TAP. But you know the biggest thing hurting Budweiser and Tap and all these beer companies, you know the biggest thing that's hurting them? Marijuana, weed.
Yeah.
Because we get legalized everywhere. Guys that used to drink a lot of beer, they're not. They're taking a couple of cups.
Four pentacles in reverse.
For so long.
Yeah.
We said that was gonna happen.
This represents instability, so it's saying that her love life is unstable right now.
You're right, Dan, you are right. That's why these big beer companies and alcohol companies, they didn't want to be becoming legalized because it's killing their profits. You see it, it's happening right now. So, that's one that said dropped a lot. We went in, bought it because of value. I think we'll jump up a little bit more and hopefully we make a little profit on it. But the weed companies are killing the beer companies. No doubt about it.
What else? Did you now see just the kind of did you have what did you see that media shares were down big like 17%?
25% today.
Is it 25% now? Oh,
Between during the day and after hours, yeah, it went down like 25%. It's a big company. I mean, it's companies.
well, it sounds like they're going to add. They're going to come out. They're going to dilute the shares, which is so yeah. Price is going. Well, I don't quite understand why they would do that. Can you explain that? That's what I want to ask.
I mean, they want to, any person, any executive, they want to add more shares and come out and bullshit and pump the price up because that's more money in their pocket.
So the idea is they create shares and they keep a big chunk of them. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. But you know who it hurts? It hurts the shareholders. Because if you and I own shares, we don't want them issuing more shares because it dilutes our price.
It's like the U.S. dollar.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. So yeah, I'll tell you another company that happened to Johnny, the same thing, GME. GME went out and issued more shares, diluted the shit out of it. What's that stock down to 25 now?
It sounds like Roy and Katie made his money out of it.
I mean, if he sold, but something tells me he did. And what do we say? We said if you buy companies like AMC and GME, 95% of the people that buy are going to lose money. 5% of those guys that get in early and get out, they'll make money. That's what happened, man. Most people lost their assets again.
Yes. I mean, it was down 13% yesterday, and just above $25. It's kind of cool. They've had trying to find new immune stock influencer that Keith Gill, Roman Katie, named it last month. Tried to hype things last month. But GameStop, this is the GameStop CEO on their call, was saying, we're not here to make promises or hype things up, we're here to work. But I don't know, he said that, but they've owned this thing from the beginning, he's trying to play it now. A proposal passed during the meeting that saw GameStop's board of directors appointed for another year. It seems like though this conference call, they're not leaning into the hype, actually hurt the price of stock, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah, I mean, he came on and everybody was like, Warren Kitty, man, he's gonna take some positive shit, the stock's gonna go through the roof, and then opposite happened. I mean, the stock actually went down. He didn't really say anything. So,
Anyway, fascinating. I'm always, you just can't get, that's just a lot, that's really what it's like. What a great place. Yeah, with the meat coins.
I'm gonna say this right now. The biggest problem with crypto right now, in my humble opinion, are these exchanges that do not allow you to pull your money when you want to and exchange your money they're all set up to control the price of these cryptos so that I can't sell a big chunk. And right now I'm down on a coin I bought and a big chunk of money and I'm down. I tried to sell it, and when I was even, it wouldn't let me do it. I tried to flip it to another coin, it wouldn't let me do
What
it.
do you mean it wouldn't let you? What was the response?
I was trying to turn one of my coins into USDC,
Yeah, USD. Yeah.
and it wouldn't let me do it.
What were you getting? What was the second? What was the prompt? Like what popped up?
but you know why? I'm gonna say this could be a reason, I'm not positive. But Sam, was it a small amount of buyers and sellers that own that coin?
Yeah,
Because-
liquidity thing.
Yeah, because that sounds like a liquidity issue. Like you wanted to sell, but they didn't have enough buyers.
That's certainly possible. They could lie about that too, though. I mean,
So
certainly.
all I want to do is exchange it, though.
Yeah, but you still need someone. Yeah.
going down, and now I'm down big.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've seen that a few times, especially with, one of these coins that we were recommended.
Yeah.
Everything's down right now.
No, everything.
Everything's down. So, I mean, it's like,
Like, no, AI is down 45%. That's rough.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm in there too, dude. I'm knee deep in that shit.
You're telling
You should stake it. You get, it's like a 34% APY right now. Just stake it.
that's the Mr. Stake it like Dickie Hart does, man. Just stake it. 10 years, it'll be worth $75 million.
I mean, honestly, if you're not doing anything with it, those are e-contracts, so you're not going to get screwed. I mean, they will give you your coin back. Now, it's not worth anything in 30 days. That's the minimum lockup. Fine, but if you're not going to move it anyway, you might as well sleep. Honestly.
That's great.
But yeah, everything is down.
Yeah. I mean, Bitcoin's what, 65, Johnny?
Maybe even a touch under.
Probably a good buy.
Yeah, that's my line now. It's moved up. Yeah, no, it's a little up. 65.1 right now.
All right.
But it was at just like a few minutes ago. It was at 64.4, 64.1 actually.
Hey, you know the way that works. You get a volatile coin or volatile stock. Look, we've had these posts for 3 weeks, and they were down to 35 cents. So as soon as somebody said we're toast on toast, the thing went up 12% today, and those calls were up 220%. So
What is toast? I don't know. What is toast?
TOST.
Yeah, what is that?
It's basically what it is. It's a new technology. It's like a software that restaurants use. And like they'll come in and they'll look at everything you have, what you have in your refrigerators, your freezers, tell you how long this week will last, how many employees you need working. Basically, it gets the most out of your restaurant. That's what it is. Software. Everyone's using it.
That's kind of cool.
It is, it's legit, so.
Is it like point of sale too? Like they do like all the checking out and all that shit, or is it just like optimization?
It's more of an optimization, that's a good way to put it, that, it's more of an optimal software, yeah, right, for using, saving them, hundreds of thousands of dollars in losses. So, yeah, it's doing well, but we, the things start cranking today, shit, some of these guys crushed it. So, you never know, man, you're never out of it, you're not out of it, you're always in the game.
Let's see, did I have anything? Well, there was Claudia Sam, I think that's how you say it, right? She's warning that the Fed is going to retire.
What's up, everybody?
I think they will, but I don't understand why she's saying that, because even though the Fed's not cutting rates, the 10-year treasury was down today. It's almost down to 4%. So I think they will cut rates, but I don't think they really need to. They don't need to right now. So
Her opinion was that the Federal Reserve is risking tipping the economy into contraction by not cutting rates now. She is the originator of the SAHM rule, S-A-H-M, and it's apparently been accurate in the past. She says that her baseline is not recession, but it's a real risk, and I do not understand why the Fed is pushing that risk. I'm not sure what they're waiting for. The worst possible outcome at this point is the Fed causes unnecessary recession. She's saying that this is the SAHM rule, which is kind of this ratio, is at 0.37 right now, whatever that means. But apparently that's a flashing warning sign that they should cut rates. And it's predicted every recession going back to 48.
well, I think they are going to cut rates. Probably the next 3 to 6 months, they'll start cutting a little bit. But, I don't see any recession yet. Not to say we could definitely get one, but things look pretty positive. It's a pretty good market, pretty striking.
To get back on EVs for a second too, this I just thought this was kind of a quick thing to hit that was interesting. This is from Sims, the traditional Detroit automakers, GM, Ford Motors, and Stellantis, should exit the Chinese market, this is the quote, as soon as they possibly can, according to Bank of America's top automotive analyst on Tuesday. A warning from BofA Securities research analyst John Murphy was amid unprecedented competition in China, the world's largest auto market, and as the country significantly increases vehicle production for Chinese consumers, as well as for global exports. Murphy, who has previously asked GM about exiting the market, said the T3 automakers need to focus on their core products and more profitable regions. I think you have to see the T3 exit in China as soon as they possibly can. China is no longer core to GM, Ford, or Stellantis. It's kind of interesting. So it sounds like that the local companies there are finally kind of figuring out how to make fucking cars, and with the government, all the government support they give there, it's going to be a dangerous place, a place of loss in the future.
Yeah, right. You buy an EV over there for what, 8-10 grand?
Yeah. The interesting thing is going to be when they come here, if we don't get some kind of protection stuff going on with the auto more than we have now. When those start to break in this market and really get money behind them,
Well, yeah, you're gonna have to raise tariffs. Well, they did today. They put the tariffs up today.
But I mean, even that sounds to be enough.
Tariff everybody,
Yeah.
all the time.
Also, the FTC referred its TikTok complaint to the Justice Department, so it's the Justice Department's hand. TikTok now, that should be interesting. Another headline I just wanted to hit. More retirees are returning to work as high inflation.
It's just absolutely. We're just gonna work our way to the debt.
I know, I hate that. That's something that has really been. And don't get me wrong. If you want to work, like my family, they always want to keep working forever. My dad, especially, but good. But if it's not, live your life. What are you working all these years for? You can't take a couple off.
Yeah. Get your 80s. I'm looking at my dad. Jesus Christ, he barely walked. Playing hoops for 70 years. I told him the other day, I was like, you really should start doing heroin and cocaine right now. Pick it up at age 83, 84, that's when you wanna start.
I don't know about that.
Keith Richards, baby. Keith Richards.
Yeah, hey, I mean, yeah, definitely work for him.
Keith
Although I
Richards.
heard that they look like shit the other day. We're going to see him in July in San. But I heard that they had a rough outing. Maybe Mick Jagger was sick or something, but they
Because in New Jersey, they were great. I had friends that went, and said they were up to.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So, I think Keith Richards started taking those epic while 30 years ago. He got rid
It
rolled
is
up.
funny, right? How many of those, like think about how skinny the rock guys are. Just from all the movement, you think
Yeah.
you can't just be
Constantly moving, they eat good.
It's heroin.
Do they eat good? They do drugs and eat backstage.
Eat drugs. The best shit at their time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, I feel
They
like
have writers, like, I want strawberries, a fucking 19-year-old virgin, you know, cheese,
Yeah,
a
true.
workout guy.
Yeah.
all these brothers, Steve Tyler, the guys from the Black Crowes, those sons of bitches are all skinny as hell, even now.
Yeah, they just rock out and eat carrots. They're just chewing carrots and stuff.
Rocking out and carrots, like, you know, Chris Boreal.
What are you looking at, Howie? This week?
Dude, I mean, I think we've got McDonald's is the buy the year under 250. We bought McDonald's today. I like Caterpillar, McDonald's.
Why? I thought you were worried about McDonald's being hit by a sin.
Yeah, I think it has. It's down from like 300 to 250. So I think it's a good value play right here.
Right.
I like it.
They're not going anywhere, right? They're not going anywhere.
No, I mean, look, they don't have it always that big in India. Or they're Russia, but they got McDonald's.
That was it. You brought up Russia. That was the other cool thing in this documentary. They are hiring American cowboys to go over there, and because the food has a big push for them to grow their own meat, because that was what they really missed in the '90s after the fall of communism. They didn't have a lot of their own beef production, with meat, and so they're hiring. I'm like, hey, just crazy salaries to these American cowboys to go over there and teach these guys, these Russians, how to bring cattle and ranch life basically. They're doing rodeos and shit. Oh,
That's great.
that's fun. That's the new frontier, though. Food and water, it sounds like.
Yeah, blue water, you gotta have it.
All right, guys, time to go to the elusive, the magic land. A lot of people call it the #1 black strip bar on Patreon. That's right, patreon.com/#. Magic City, dog, the Magic City of Patreon.
What's up, everybody? Resale to all day, live, the stars today. Use code SIGLER, get access to Jesse, exclusively, top of the Austin, Dallas, Boise, Salt Lake City, Denver, Chicago, Detroit, Minneapolis, Madison, Oregon, Fort Lauderdale, Tampa, and Texas. So get your tickets now. Use code SIGLER. Tickets for the general public go on sale this Friday. All tickets are available at RyanSigler.com. How do you do, y'all? Over here doing it in the Night Dance Studio. I'm Ryan Sigler. RyanSigler.com. Ryan Sigler on all your social media. We started this episode like I started off by saying thank you. Thank you for your support. Thanks for watching the show, subscribing, supporting, all of it. Like, subscribing, it's a free show, and the best free way to help us is subscribe. All right, if you gotta have more, you gotta check out the Patreon. It's called Behind the Wheels. It's this show with y'all. And if you're looking for like an episode to be like, what's it all about? I've done
I don't know, 3 or 4 highlight episodes of John Wolf. Now we just did one in December, and it's usually the same clips of crazy stuff that's out there. And I'm telling you right now, you've never heard it. It's never. You've never heard anything like it in your life. It's just go check it out. All my favorite, right? And the way back, I can't thank you enough. That show has started and it's off to a crazy start. So thank you for that. Look, it's a fun one. It's every Thursday. It's all nostalgia stories. I'm trying to get all the guests here on there. Get fun stories and quick hitters. So make sure you subscribe and bring you a lot of good stuff. Catch me on tour. All tickets are available. Right. All right.
What's up?
You always have a smile on your face. Always like you're always kind of poolside and chatting up and just respecting and saying hello and keeping to myself.
I appreciate that, man. I've always found that. I think I got a long roll of comics. I don't care what anybody's doing. I don't care if they're doing better than me or worse. I never got involved in that stuff for everyone.
Yeah.
I said there's room for everyone out there. I said that years ago. When the internet didn't exist. I said there's every 400 cable channels, everyone can have a show. So I just do my own thing.
Well, your own thing, please plug all of it and everything.
Whatever podcast, everybody is awful. Comes out every Monday. And then, see me on the tour, JimFlaherty.com for all the tour dates. Whenever this comes out, I'm all over the place, I know. Yeah, I still love doing it, man. I've been doing it a long time. I still love getting out there doing it.
Well, there's nothing like that. As I say that, we report these ahead so far sometimes because we're out doing all these other things, and there's just the immediate, rush of stand-up. Somebody like that thing you and 14 said was funny. I'm like, man, we said it 3 weeks ago, and it was in the moment, but stand-up's instant.
Yeah, I took like 3 weeks off in December, so I wrote a lot in the fall, and I missed it. Like, I didn't think I was going to miss it. I just went and did a guest set at a local club, and I got that adrenaline back. I didn't have it for 3 weeks. That felt good.
Well, I'm glad to have you back. I wanted to talk to you about your father passing. Can I ask you this? How old were you when he passed?
28,
And how old was he?
58.
Okay. So 28, you're still young. But I only asked because my father died when I was 16. He was 42. He was like, I want to say 5 or 6 days before his 43rd birthday. Wow. So young, Were you close with that?
Yeah.
Tell me about it a little bit. Like, what did he do for a living? Or who was,
Well, we had 7 kids in the family. Irish Catholic.
all same mom and dad?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Irish, they don't get divorced.
They don't pull out,
Pull out. Yeah, exactly. I think he was 7 for 7.
Damn. I'm thinking of changing my name to
Yeah.
It's not, I know like, whatever this facility is.
What's up, Juliet?
But it's not always a short shot at all. People take years sometimes. But it's 7. It always amazes me when I hear anything like 5 or more.
And it was like 4 right in a row every year. Then they took like a year off, then another one came, and then they took like another year off another one, and 2 years off another one.
And where are you?
Right in the middle. Yeah.
How many boys, how many girls?
4 boys, 3 girls.
All right. So was he just working? I mean, in between, what were you doing?
I don't know. It's like, whenever someone was our parents' bedroom,
Oh, wow.
yeah, I know. When they got married, they were like 20. That's what they did back then.
Were they in love? Like,
Yeah.
you remember, like, seeing them hug, and they were an affectionate couple?
My dad would get her like 50 Christmas presents, all these different outfits. We go to like Macy's and expensive stores, and we have to sit there on Christmas Day and watch, open every one. Like, I want to play my 20s.
You guys sit and watch them on the road.
Oh yeah, because he's all this outfits. Oh, he had to wear this. I'm like, 12 of them, like my toys and stuff, but no, he was really, they would go on weekend getaways, you know, go get a hotel on the beach for a weekend, stuff like that. And so, no, he was really romantic, and they'd be married to this day if they was, you know, they're both still around.
See, I remember my parents were not that way at all. And before they got divorced, they fell apart in the third grade. Divorced by fifth, but I remember seeing them hug. That's as much as I remember one time, like once.
Really?
And it's kind of like, you know,
One of those, yeah.
yeah, you know that kind of. So it's nice to hear. So they're affectionate. They're not always 7 kids, a lot of stress and everything. You're not seeing a lot of arguments.
They not really, you know, my dad went to work, my mom stayed home, was traditional, you know, that's the way it used to be. So she took care of the kids, she didn't work, and then he went to work.
What did he do?
He was an accountant, so he wasn't about a practice. Had a good job, he was in New York City, from New Jersey. Took the bus every morning, got off the bus, probably left at 7 a.m., 6 a.m., something like that, came home at like 6 o'clock at night.
Damn.
And, you know, my mom just took care of everything, good with the kids, and then she'd report back to them when they came home. And this is what they did today, whatever, if there's any problems. So she was way more hands-on with it, but he was out working. But then also, Bill played sports, so my dad was my coach, my little league coach. You know, wherever I was at.
I was like, that's really involved in you guys.
Oh, yeah, so he'd get right on the bus from New York and get right to practice. We got practices. Was right. Yeah, he was my, you know, he was my coach for Little League, so, you know, but he didn't favor me, though, because, you know, a lot of times, that attitude, eventually, or whatever, he definitely did.
Yeah, that's my son too. Like, I'm not gonna be in favoritism. If you're not the best one out there, you're not gonna play. I'm gonna be harder on you than anybody else because I know that you can do that kind of.
Yeah, no, I coached my kids' track basketball team, my son, and he yelled at me from the court. So he yelled at me, "You gotta get that ball, get that rebound. If you want me to get the rebound, I'm gonna get it. I'm over here, right in the middle, like the whole court, and I can time out. I call the timeout. You ain't come out of the game."
Dude, I can't believe it. So
And I told the teammate, "Listen, if we lose, it's because of losing." My son told me, "I said, no, he's not going to lose that, and then you guys do it too. Like, when we lose, we'll blame him." Okay, I had to call you, so I know I shouldn't have done that. So
just yesterday out of nowhere, a buddy of mine from childhood shows up with his wife and my brother. We all go hang out. And when we were in Brentwood, probably middle school, early high school, we played ball in high school, and then on the weekend we didn't have to be in a rec, so we're always playing.
yeah,
How about that? So also out there, Ryan, and I couldn't be like, no. And one day my buddy's on the other team, and he's saying, "He's like, you done out there, Ryan, you done?" And he's like, "Shut up, you all," and you hear my parents in the crowd, "Ooh," you know, and I was like, "Oh, shit." Because I know now, like, I wanted to say that, you know what I mean? But I know, like, my Chris Lamb, his name is Chris Lamb, Paul Lamb. He knew, he was like, "Oh, my dad knows so well."
yeah.
He's like, "Oh, no," but he's looking at me and I'm like, "Oh, look at me, bro." Well, I'm not moving it, but after this, my dad was like, "Come here." I go, "What?" He's like, "Come here." I say that. We're like 14, right? Well, since shit like that. And I'm like, "You are in the little man," you know what I mean? Like, he was like, over there and stopped him. I'm like, "That." Yeah, but he was
This
pissed
game
about
was
it.
fixed, bro.
I can't. I don't remember seeing a bunch of kids yell back like that back then.
What's up?
My kid, he's really a nice kid. He's a good kid. He never gets in trouble, but he just, you know, and he's a moment, you know, just in a nerve, and, you know, because I was frustrated, I'm like, you know, so, but he knew whatever I did, yank him out. And I remember one time my mom would not come to a lot of my games only because there was 6 other kids doing other sports, and she was here, like that. And then I remember she came to one of the games, and that's one game I got thrown out of the game.
For what?
I slid into second base and he called me out. And I thought I was safe. And I'm like, I thought I was safe. He's like, "You're out." I'm like, "You suck." Like, out of the game like that. And because he did that, but I was like right next to him. He goes, "You're out of the game." So no one knew why he threw me out.
Yeah.
So I said to my dad, he told my dad when I said, "My mom's in the stands." That's the one I had to sit in the car. They keep saying, why didn't say you saw this? And that was a bad call. And he goes, she was so disappointed. The boy gave me that.
You still in the car, you could be in the bed.
Yeah, it's in the car. Yeah, off the field in the car, in the hot car. They, the question game.
Oh man, so what kind of time did you get with your dad? Did you ever get one-on-one time?
Sometimes, not a lot, because there were 7 of us. He'd come home from dinner, then come home from work and have dinner, and then he has the New York Post. It was either, he would read the New York Post. Now, sometimes in the morning, though, it was on the weekend, you couldn't talk to him until he was done with the paper. That was his rule. And when he came home, we wanted to read the paper, so we'd sit there, we'd all eat, we'd talk, we couldn't talk too loud.
So he's around. He's not going off in another room. He's sitting there.
No, sit there with us having dinner. We all had dinner as a family every night. And then he'd go up in his room and sit in his easy chair, like his Archie Bunker easy chair, with the AC cranked, and his boxers and his t-shirt, just relaxing. And then if he needed to go talk to him, he'd go upstairs. I want to go talk to him. All right, one by one, we go in. Forget what's going on. He gets it. But, he was tired. I get it. He was working, and then, like I said, he'd get off the bus, so, my brothers played Little League, so he was coaching constantly, so he was a busy guy. And then my mom was pretty much, did all the discipline, and if she needed to talk about stuff, then she would. He took me to all sporting events, so it's big, baseball games, and stuff like that. Whenever we like football, we go to football games.
So you could do that.
I have one.
Me too. And her brother, I consider mine too, but can you imagine 7 kids and trying to get to their goddamn music lessons and sporting event, and then taking them to other shit too? Like, you're just like this, we're gonna go watch it. It fucking blows me away that these parents and little ones, I'm they go to shit, and they were hurt, the way they would work, and there's no cell phones, they remember shit. Why are you writing down that I got practice at 6:30? I would forget everything if I didn't have some kind of reminder in my phone these days.
Yeah.
I mean, so you gotta be dialed in.
And it's not going to be just at the one.
Yeah.
One. My son plays in 2 basketball leagues.
6 more of that.
Yeah, so I got to run around. I got this, and I got to bring it to me. We got to practice. I go, I can't imagine. There's something like moms in my neighborhood. They have 3 kids, and they pull off my people up with 3. I can't imagine.
Hi, this is Dylan. Hey, how's it going, Michelle? And when you say what's going on with him, is he like changing his behavior? Like what's causing you to? Okay, so you just want to check in on his levels of like commitment towards you in the relationship? Okay. Yeah, let me take a look and see what he's thinking as far as this relationship. Okay, let's. Well, So the curious thing about what I'm seeing here is that it seems to be mainly like self-involved. Like as long as he's good, as long as he's stable, as long as he's secure, then you know that's really what he's concerned about. So I'm just getting like a very kind of self-involved energy, moving at his own pace, his own speed. And then you have the Six of Cups in the reverse, which is not the best energy to come out, I'll be honest, for connection or relationship, because it's like a loss of trust, loss of innocence. And then you have the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, which is like something is not grown, something's not coming in, something's not. Um, and so, whatever quality that's referring to in the connection, you know, uh, I would be. I don't blame you for having doubts and second guesses. And then, yeah. Uh, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it's a tricky situation because it's like moving, locations to get closer to someone. It's not highly advised. Like that's a very tricky move because you're giving a lot of power away. You're putting a lot of trust in someone who may not even deserve it. So I would begin to start to look at that and see, hey, maybe not have all my eggs in one basket. Because just as easy as he's able to get sucked up into her, you could, you're showing signs of having gotten sucked up into him. So, you know. Mhm. Yeah. Let me see here. Let me see. No, I'm getting a no for that. Well, at least not now, like in the immediate present. Right. Um, yeah, I would hold off on, getting more entangled with him as much as possible because sometimes it can boil down to he just likes the emotional camaraderie, just the attention and the energy that you give him. And so he can be kind of, feeding off with that. Yeah, maybe. I mean, but sometimes there's a more peaceful route. You don't have to blow everything up. You can just slowly begin to pull back. You know. Um, well, you'd have to check your motive.
What's that?
So how did he influence you as a dad?
You know, just being a good dude, being a good guy, you know, respectful. You know, my mom showed him how to have a real relationship. And, you know, just everybody liked him. Didn't have any problems with everybody.
And he was supportive of what you were doing, even as a young man, like 28, and we all are in our 20s and fuck ups and stuff.
It took a little while, you know, he always said that I like pro wrestling, so he'd take me to Madison Square Garden when I was a kid to wrestle matches.
Like WWF.
Oh, yeah.
Are you kidding? You got the guard, what you see.
The Bruno San Martino, Superstar Billy Ray was my favorite. Yeah, every month we go to the Garden.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Garden, no. Yeah, we go to the Civic, we go to Baltimore Civic Center. You know,
That's where we saw Billy Graham win the belt.
I went and saw cage matches there with Snuka and yeah, I'll never forget the Iron Sheik beat Bob Backlund and Hulkamania and all that. And
Yeah.
seeing it at the Garden, but it must have been insane. I saw Kiss in the Garden when they first came back and put their makeup on. It was their last tour 30 years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
That first one, they were like, no, we're doing it for the first time ever. I went, we were like, no, we're going to the Garden to see you there. And they moved 311 on stage.
Yeah, that's it. But yes, I think about that.
Yeah, they booed him out of there.
Yeah.
Amber's a color, you're in it. You motherfucker, where's this guy spitting fire and blood?
But so back in, but for some reason, with the wrestle match at the Garden, those guys would bleed because it wasn't on TV.
Yeah.
So if they bled, you had to be over 16 to get in.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, so I was like 14 when he was taking me. So my mom used to have these big platform high heel shoes that she would wear. So I'd wear them. I wear my mom's platform shoes, and I wore bell bottoms so you couldn't see the shoes. So I looked taller, and that's how I go to the matches. We were like, oh, I just didn't have to get ass because you know my dad wasn't going to go back. Oh, we can't get in the match. He's young enough. Then I got to get back to train, go back to New Jersey. So I wore platform high heel shoes to go watch
The whole time you're watching it.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
not taking them off when you get in there.
No, I just kept them on the whole time. But I felt like I was the shoe.
Yeah.
Because I looked a little weird, you know. And that's how I got in at 14 to go see those great matches.
Is it just the two of you going to that, or was you taking a few of the kids? You
Uh,
only went into that.
Maybe one other brother would go, but it was pretty much us.
And did he like it, or was that
He
something
liked-
he
he
was
liked
doing
it
for you? Okay.
He liked it too. So, you know, Bruno San Martino was an Italian guy, so it was all Italians that went to the Garden back in the day. That's why I had developed that long. Because Vince McMahon Sr. would say, listen, you know, we sell out every time because you're Italian.
Is that
You
what
can't
it
give
was?
up the belt. Yeah, he had like 9 years and at one
Give it
point,
up. If you want to
I'm
look at it,
I'm done.
done.
Because he saw that every time. All Italians would go.
I'm done with this shit.
Yeah, he's like, I can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Just getting beat up and stuff. So, no, my dad was so, you know, with sports, always, you know, we're equipment. My mom would be in the backyard. We had like a mantle and a plate in our backyard, a basketball court. So, always practicing baseball. So, they were really involved sports wise, too.
And then what? So you're in the middle, 28. So when do you like actually move out?
Well, so at 18, you know, after high school, he wanted to be an accountant. He's like, look,
He wanted you to
yeah, because that's what he was. You know, so he sent me to community college, Waltham Community College. I'm like, I don't know if I want to do this, look, I'll pay for it. Just go, that's what you need to do. I went one semester, I hated it. And I just went, I remember I went to this room, I said, listen, I can't do this, I'm not doing numbers, this isn't my thing.
But did you know you wanted to do comedy then?
I wanted to be on the radio, I wanted to be a DJ.
So you weren't
So I wanted some kind of radio or TV or acting at that.
now, if you're in the middle, what's there, 3 above you?
Yeah,
So were any of them already accountants? Or
they were both two of them, like, well, the real estate, accountant in real estate. And then there was one and two, and I didn't want to do either. You know, so I said, listen, I don't want to do this. This isn't my thing. I want to go to Southern Community College where they had a communications course where you could be on the radio, do some TV projects, an acting class. He goes, all right, that's what you want to do. So send me over there. So I did that for 2 years on the radio, did all that stuff. You know, I had my own DJ business, did that for a while. And then I just kind of like, I did 2 years, and then I moved down to Florida. I lived down there for a while when I was younger, and just messed around for like 2 or 3 years. Went out drinking every night with my friends down there, you know, girls, getting drunk, going from job to job. I had 18 jobs in 1 year. I did 18 jobs, just working jobs when I leave that construction site, getting cash, and then for 2 days, I took a job on Monday, and then when I got there, I had to get another job. So I thought 2 or 3 years ago, about 24, I got my shit together. But one of my doing was landscaping, cut lawns. You know, my dad was definitely disappointed. Like, what are you doing? And I came back to New Jersey, I moved back, and I decided I wanted to do stand-up. And I was like, man, he's not gonna want me to do this either. He's like, hey, that's what you want to do, then go do it. So I started at 25, and then, okay. So I did that for 2 years on the radio. And then it was one and two, I didn't want to do either. So that's why I hated it. And I just went, I remember I went to this room, I said, listen, I can't.
And then what, so you're the middle, 28. So when do you like actually move out?
Well, so at 18, you know, after high school, he wanted to be an accountant. He's like, what do you want to do? Yeah, because that's what he was. You know, so he sent me to community college, local community college. I'm like, I don't know if I want to do this, so they'll pay for it, just go, that's what you need to do. I went one semester, I hated it. Then I just went, I remember I went to this room, I said, listen, I can't do this, I'm not doing numbers, this isn't my thing.
But did you know you wanted to do comedy then?
I wanted to be on the radio, I wanted to be a DJ.
So you wanted
So
to
I
do
wanted
that.
some kind of radio or TV or acting at that.
Now, if you're in the middle, what's there, 3 above you?
Yeah,
So were any of them already accountants or not?
they were, well, 2 of them were in government, well, the real estate accountant, the real estate. And then it was one and two, I didn't want to do either. You know, so I said, listen, I don't want to do this isn't my thing. I want to go to Southern Community College where they had a communications course where you could be on the radio, do some TV projects, an acting class. He goes, all right, that's what you want to do, so send me over there. So I did that for 2 years on the radio, did all that stuff. You know, I had my own DJ business, did that for a while, and then I just kind of like, I did 2 years, and then I moved down to Florida, because I lived down there for a while when I was younger, and just messed around for like 2 or 3 years. Went out drinking every night with my friends down there, picking up girls, getting drunk, going from job to job. I had 18 jobs in 1 year. 18, I would just work a job like a week at a construction site, get paid in cash, and then for 2, I would show up on Monday, and then when the cash ran out, I go get another job. So for like 2 or 3 years, then about 24, I gotta get my shit together. But what am I doing? I was landscaping, cutting lawns. You know, my dad was definitely disappointed. He's like, what are you doing? And I came back to New Jersey, I moved back, and I decided I wanted to do stand-up. And I was like, man, he's not gonna want me to do this either. He's like, hey, if that's what you want to do, then go do it. So I started at 25, and
Okay.
you know, and you know, he was totally supportive of it.
You don't ever get to see you do
They
stand
did, yeah. So, yeah, first I did an open mic. Early on, he saw me, I wasn't that good, but then about 2.5, 3 years in, I was doing comedy 3.5 years when he died. So about 3 years in, I was doing a show he's at Florida, whatever he saw me, and I did really well. He was really proud. He's like, listen, whatever you do, don't tell your mom you do those kind of jokes on stage.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, my mom was really religious. My mom only saw me like, I think, 2 or 3 times my whole career because she was just super. Yeah, so, yeah, first I did an open mic. Early on, he saw me.
Okay.
You know, and, you know, he was totally supportive of it.
You don't ever get to see you do
They
stand
did, yeah. So, yeah, first I did an open mic. Early on, he saw me. I wasn't that good, but then about 2.5, 3 years in, I was doing comedy 3.5 years when he died. So, about 3 years in, I was doing a show he's at Florida, wherever he saw me, and I did really well. He was really proud. He's like, listen, whatever you do, don't tell your mom you do those kind of jokes on stage.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, my mom was really religious. My mom only saw me like, I think, 2 or 3 times my whole career because she was just super, she didn't like the cursing and the dirty material. And that's what I do, you know. So she hated it. I knew she would. I go, I don't want to make you uncomfortable.
It's
I
so
don't
funny
want to
that you say that now. Do you think that, like, comedians like us with the language we use for our moms or grandmoms are like what a guard or OnlyFans would be like? You know what I mean? Like, that's important, but I don't want to listen or watch it. You know what I mean? Like, are we that pariah for them on that side? You know what I
I
mean?
think so, because I remember I did like late night with Craig Gilmore. We had that late night, I did stand up on it. I did like a penis joke. And my mom saw it. She was like, why would you do that on TV? It's like,
Like your daughter just put her tip.
yeah, she's like, your mom's not that on TV. Your young niece that's 11 saw that.
Hi, this is Dylan. Yeah. Let me take a look. 1 second. Yeah, I do think that this is your key to getting out of that. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I know that when you hire them, it doesn't mean you're going to go.
Right. Yeah, you just want to keep on letting your credit card company know not to let them charge you anymore, just in case they keep on trying to charge you. Okay. Yeah. 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 Right. Yeah, I was just saying yes, correct. Situation. Let me see here. One second. Well, yeah, it may take until like the middle of fall. You know. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Right. Let me see here. Yeah, there's a chance that he could go pro bono. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. Uh, um, Thank you so much. Okay, thank you so much, everyone, for that. Thank you. All right.